Hey everybody, my name is Marisa. I'm an actor, singer, dancer, musical theater instructor, and yoga instructor as well. And I'm just so happy that you're here today. If you are a performer of any kind, this video is for you. All right, so as a performer myself, I know what it takes to get warmed up for a show and feeling energized and stretched out and strong and grounded. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and pick a seat of your choosing. I've chosen Thunderbolt pose here, sitting on my heels. And then we'll just start to slow down a little bit here and close the eyes. And then begin to breathe in through your nose and out through the mouth. Filling up the belly as you inhale. And deflating on the exhale. And start to become intentional with your breath, slowing it down, filling up the diaphragm, and letting it go. So as a performer, I know that oftentimes we come to our show feeling all sorts of ways, and my goal for you today is to get into a mindset that is going to support your performance and remove any obstacles that you have on a mental and emotional level so you can go out there and be a star. So let's just let out anything we came in with today on these exhales. And then just pursue some stillness with me for a little bit. So let's start with some neck rolls here. Just rolling it around towards the right. Nice and slow. Enjoying the movement and just checking in with yourself. Continuing that breath through every movement that we do. Allowing our breath to initiate the movement rather than the other way around. And let's switch directions. Awesome. Go ahead and bring your shoulders up to your ears. On an inhale, fill it up and let it go. Let's do that again. Lift up to your ears. Squeeze at the top and then let it go. Awesome. Meet me in a tabletop position. And we'll just go into some cat and cows here. Inhaling to drop the belly and look up. Exhaling to tilt the pelvis down and create an arch with your back. Inhaling to move vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale to round the back. And just take a few more of these to get in touch with your alignment today. On the exhale, pulling up navel towards the spine. And on the next one, go ahead and find a neutral spine for me. And we're going to lift the right leg here, the right knee, and just take some hip circles. So we'll just open up the hips wide and then keep that knee high as you turn the leg to close the hips and bring it down. You might feel a little strength conditioning here as well. Just waking up the hips here. And let's go the other way to reach the heel up towards the sky and then open up the hip to bring it down. And let's go to the other leg. Go ahead and open up, lifting up the knee to the side, and then closing the hips to bring the knee down to meet the other. And we'll go the other way. Heel towards the sky, open up the hips to the side, and then bringing the knee down. Awesome job, and go ahead and draw a line with your right hand. Find a twist here and allow the gaze to follow. Exhale to dive underneath the other armpit, resting that shoulder on the mat, and then finding some resistance by pressing away with the left hand. Inhale to reach up once again with the right hand. And we'll release that. Inhale to draw a line with the left hand, following with a gaze. And on your next exhale, dive underneath the other armpit and thread the needle. And we'll inhale to draw that hand all the way up again into a twist. And then release on the exhale. Great job. Come on up to your knees, taking the right heel out. And we'll inhale to stretch overhead, opening up the side rib cage, keeping that heart space open towards the sky. Exhaling to stretch over to the other side. Inhale to the first side. And on the exhale, lifting up the right leg and taking a few pulses. And coming up to the mat, taking the left heel out, we'll stretch towards the leg, opening up the right rib cage. Exhaling to stretch to the other side. And back to the first side. And on the next one, we'll lift up the left leg. On the exhale, rise. A little pulses. And come up. Great job. Meet me back into a tabletop position. Curl the toes and we'll lift the knees just 1 or 2 inches off of the mat here to build some fire in the core. Lengthen through the spine. And maintain a steady breath as much as possible through this. Pulling the navel up towards the spine. Maybe 2 more full breaths. And on the next exhale, we'll stretch the feet out and lift the hips to your first downward facing dog. Keeping a micro bend in the knee here. Lengthen through the neck and spine. Tilt the pelvis up and pull up through the navel. Release any tension in the neck and the head. Let it hang heavy. And place the forearms on the mat and your head. And we'll just step in a little closer. Still pulling up through the navel. And then we'll press up back to our downward facing dog, and you can step or jump to the top of your mat for ragdoll position. Releasing everything. You can take your hands behind your back, or you can grab opposing elbows. And you can just find stillness or sway, whatever feels good to you right now. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to release. Inhale to extend the arms high. Clasping the hands together, reach up, maybe a little back. Exhale to dive forward. Inhaling to lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold. Inhale to extend high. And exhale to release down. One more like this. Inhaling to look up. Exhale to fold. Inhaling to extend towards the sky. Reach up maybe a little further back. And exhale to dive down. Come to your plank position by stepping back. Pulling up through the navel. Lengthening through the crown of the head. Tucking the tailbone. Welcome the shakes. I do. Couple more breaths in your plank. And we'll create a mini flow here by exhaling to release down, hugging the elbows towards the side rib cage. Inhaling to baby cobra. Exhaling to release, tuck the toes, lift up to plank. And then we'll exhale to release down. Inhaling to baby cobra. Exhaling to release, tuck the toes, lift up to plank. On the next exhale, release down. Inhaling, press up to full cobra. Exhale to release down. Tuck the toes, lift up to plank. One more just like this, great job. Exhale to release down. Inhaling to press up all the way. You could go to upward facing dog if you prefer. And then tuck the toes. Come back to your downward facing dog. Great job. From here, we'll go to three-legged downward dog by extending the left heel high, keeping the hips closed at first. And then opening up the hips and pointing as high as you can. On your next inhale, pulling that knee close to the chest, placing that foot in front, releasing the right knee. And we'll just settle into this deep lunge here. Press up, clasp the hands behind your head, pulling the elbows back. We'll look up on the inhale, and then exhale to curve the top of the spine. Inhale to tilt up, and exhale to curve and bring the elbows together. One more inhale to pull the elbows towards each other and look up. And exhale to curve that top of the spine. And you can release your hands down to the mat. Pulling the left hip crease back. We'll sit back into the hips, bring a flex to the left foot. Lengthen through the spine and fold over, bringing your nose towards your leg. And rock through that heel forward and back. Stretching out the calf muscle. And maybe working the ankle as well a little. And we'll rock forward. Windmill the arms all the way around to a revolved crescent lunge, allowing the gaze to follow back. And from here, we'll place the right hand to the mat. Inhale to twist. Extend the left arm high. Here, I like to take shoulder circles. It's totally up to you. But I think it's a great opportunity to open up the shoulder space. And you can release that down. Let's heel toe the left foot out a little bit further to lizard pose, just to open up a little bit more of that hip space. If you'd like to take your forearms to the mat to get a deeper stretch, that's perfectly fine for my dances out there. Press up and we'll heel toe that left foot in again. Tuck the right toes. Inhale to extend the left leg all the way up and high. Exhale to release.
Inhale to reach the right heel up to the ceiling, keeping the toes pointed down to start. And then we'll open up the hips. Inhale to bring the knee in close to the chest, placing that foot at the top of the mat, lowering the left knee to crescent lunge. And then we'll clasp the fingers together behind the head, pulling the elbows towards each other and looking up. And exhale to tilt the top of the spine. Inhale to pull the elbows back towards each other, look up. Exhale to tilt the spine. One more like this, inhale. And exhale. Windmilling the arms to a twist, revolved crescent lunge, allowing the gaze to follow to the back hand. Maintain the twist as you place the left hand to the mat, reaching up high with the right, or you can take shoulder circles with me. And release that hand down, pull the right hip crease back, and come to a flex of the foot, lengthening through the spine and folding over. Rock through the right heel, back and forth, bringing a stretch into the calf muscle. Maybe initiating some circles in the heel, in the ankle, warming it up. And stretch forward, heel toe that foot out into lizard lunge. You can stay up here or come down to the forearms. Whatever challenges you is perfect. And take this time to reflect on your character. What are the circumstances? What is your character's motivation in the context of your story? And how can you enter into it on an emotional and mental level? Ask yourself if there are any obstacles in the way of you stepping into your character in a genuine way tonight. And if so, just let that go. Find intentionality with how you enter the stage today. And then we'll press up, heel toe that right foot in, tuck the left toes, extend the right leg high. And release. Pulling your right knee to your chest, placing it in front at the top of the mat, pivoting the left foot back. Rise to your warrior one. Opening up the hips, come into a cactus pose, and pull the shoulder blades together here, harnessing strength and energy and power for your performance, finding your grounded confidence. And pivoting the right foot on the mat, settle into your warrior one on the other side. And close the hips and fold over to wide-legged forward bend. You can grab the ankles here, either outward or pull them inside the legs, or you can reach and extend the fingertips to the floor and pull your chest through. And squat over towards your right, bringing a point and flex to the left foot. And walking your hands over to the other side. And centering yourselves back into a folded position. Meet me at the top of the mat here, hanging in ragdoll. Inhale to sit back into your chair, extending through the spine, pulling in and up through your core, and tilting those pinky fingers in towards each other. 2 full breaths. Sit back a little deeper. And on your next inhale, we'll rise together. And exhale. Finding your mountain pose, Tadasana. Reconnect with the earth, keeping the palms open. And tap into that grounded, healthy confidence that you can go out on stage and do whatever it is without any barriers, mental obstacles, emotional obstacles. Stepping into the character with full commitment, staying aware and present with the other actors and with the energy of the audience. And being committed to giving your full self on stage and not holding anything back. That's what makes brilliant work, in my opinion. Just a couple more deep breaths.
I hope you walk into your show today feeling grounded, energized, and hopefully joyful as well. All right, you guys, that's it for today. I hope you feel amazing. Break a leg. I'll see you guys next time.